Pew Research Center released this huge study which looked at political polarization and different views that individuals hold. We already told you about one part of it last week, right? And that was the part where conservatives are exponentially more likely than liberals to not want someone from a different race marrying into their family. We gave you those results. There's a really interesting other part about poverty, and it shows that 80% of conservatives agree that, quote, poor people have it easy because they get government benefits without doing anything. Also, more than half of all conservatives believe that an individual's poverty is based on lack of effort on their part rather than circumstances beyond their control. And more than 80% of conservatives said that the government aid to the poor does more harm than good by making people dependent on government assistance. This is not just opinion, right? It's very easy to see these results and say, listen, David, people just have different opinions. Some people believe what you just told me from the study, and some people believe the opposite. The problem is that sometimes opinions are based on actual facts, and sometimes they're not. And in this particular case, these individuals have no idea what they're talking about. Economic study after economic study confirm that class mobility is very low in this country, and it is lower all the time. Because of circumstances beyond one's control, one does not control whether they are born into poverty or not, you are less able to get out of poverty. These are empirical realities. People can have different opinions. Only one opinion is actually based on facts. Factually speaking, most poor people don't pull themselves up by the bootstraps because it's not possible. Yes, you can point to celebrities. You can point to some athletes. These are completely anecdotal. These are drops in the bucket. They are not significant for any kind of actual analysis of the situation. We know also that most people in poverty actually work already. So the idea that government assistance makes people lazy so that they don't work is false. If you work a minimum wage job, if you have one child and that's it, right? You can be working full time and still need government assistance desperately to be able to just feed your child that week. Every single aspect of the conservative view on poverty and poor people, according to the Pew study, is not in any way connected to the empirical realities of the world we live in. And it doesn't matter, Lewis, because that's their opinion and they're entitled to it.
Indeed, they are. And, you know, in a lot of areas, in a lot of circles, poor, homeless, these are words that just have negative connotations. And there's a lack of empathy. But like you said, there's just also a lack of understanding.
It's just unbelievable. And we hear people like Bill O'Reilly saying poor people in this country have everything they need, like TVs and air conditioners and blah, 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 blah. And there's been this incredible insensitivity combined with the overarching umbrella of so-called fiscal conservatism, even though we know that actually it's more fiscally conservative for people just not to be in poverty rather than them to be homeless, to be on the streets with no resources. We know that costs way, way more.